Welcome everybody to the IRF 18th World Championships. We're looking in on Puerto Rico against Bolivia. This is the first game. Aaron Booker against Roland Keller. Score is 5-11 in this first game. Lob down the line. Roland takes it early. Skip ball from Booker. He had that chance. Couldn't quite finish it. Historically, we've seen Roland Keller, the brother of Carlos Keller, in the doubles for Bolivia. This is one of the first times we've seen him playing singles for his country. Good shot there from Roland. Booker goes up short. Good hands. Wow, what a great shot there from Roland. Beautiful pinch. Well, Aaron ran up to take that early. Didn't do too much with it. Kept the rally going. And Roland there finished it with some style. I mentioned he's traditionally a doubles player for Bolivia. He and his partner Moscoso won, I believe it was the silver medal in the Pan Am Games in doubles. Over to my right, we've got a match going on between Canada, looks like Samuel Murray, against Honduran Raul. Unfortunately, I can't read his name from here. Honduras won the first game 15-13. Murray's up in the second game 7, serving 3. So it looks like this could be going to a tiebreaker to my right. All right, here we go. We had a timeout from Puerto Rico. Booker's had his allotment of timeouts. 3 timeouts allowed. 13 serving 5. Drive serve. Beautiful hands from Roland. This is a drive serve to the right. Aaron really had an opportunity there, but kept it up, and Roland was able to put it away with a nice soft touch. What's he going to do up the front? Oh, it's a beautiful touch. Booker went down. There's the first game, 15-5. Players get 2 minutes. 2 minutes in between. We'll just do a little spin here so you can see who's in attendance.
See Rafa here.
We're in the early afternoon here in Cali, Colombia. This is the end of the men's singles in the morning. Starts with women's singles, switches to men's singles, then women's doubles, finishing by men's doubles late this afternoon. Last match is scheduled for 4 o'clock. Doesn't necessarily mean we get home back to the hotel early. If you had a chance to watch Ecuador against the USA, which is on YouTube, you'll see that some of these matches, even though they start at 4, can last a long time. We've been fortunate not to have any rain here. If it does rain, sometimes the courts get shut down. due to the condensation that gets through the roof onto the courts. Tonight. So, Aaron won 5 points in the first game. He had a little chat with his coach. Let's see if he's going to do anything different that's going to get him a few more points, possibly game number 2. Roland looked in control from what we saw, making some nice touch shots. Combine that with a bit of power. Here we go. Shake of a hand. 0 serving 0. It's a good serve. Hung on that sidewall. Beautiful shot from Roland Keller. Controlled power right there. To my right, Honduras is clawing their way back in at 7 serving 10 with a timeout from Canada. Set up for Keller. Skip ball. Went for a little too much, maybe. Short serve. Well, there's no doubt that Keller's a favorite in this match, and if Aaron is going to get his chances to serve, he's got to take advantage, and an unforced error like that is really takes away that opportunity to get some points on the board. We'll see if he continues to drive serve with other chances. It's a good shot there from Booker. Let's see if he sticks with the drive serve. He doesn't. It's a lob down the left. Tremendous backhand pinch. Took it high, up on his shoulder. That's a difficult shot to execute. But then an unforced error. He had the right shot. Booker was stuck on the left, but into the floor it went. Here we go. Down the forehand this time. Lots of power from Keller. Drives it down. Good shot from him. He's playing well. Point given. It's coming off the back wall. It cracked out. That was a great serve. Skip ball from Keller. That's 2 skips in the second game. Gets Booker into the box. That's high from Booker. Keller a bit lucky there with the frame. Sometimes you make your own luck. Going for a drive. It's a good drive serve. Skip ball from Booker. Kicked out a little bit. Aaron had a chance to pass it down that left side. Maybe went for a little too much. And there's a great example of what I was trying to say on that last point. Don't necessarily have to blast it if you can get 2 bounces before the back wall. Ball kicked out. He hit a great shot there. This is coming off the back wall. Skip called. Aaron gets on the board. Has a chance here. Good speed to get there. Keller runs around to his forehand on that left side. Punches it into the corner. Power there with a short swing. If Aaron's going to get into this match, he's going to have to switch away from trying to compete on power. He certainly doesn't seem to be able to hit it as hard as Roland. So if he's going to play that game, he's going to lose. He's going to have to think of some other way to get some opportunities in this match. So I'm joined by Team India, Alok. It's good to have you here. How are you enjoying the tournament so far?
I'm loving it. It's the best place to be, as far as I can tell, for racquetball.
This is your second World Championships, correct?
That is correct, yes.
So, do you find that coming this second time, you're a little bit more experienced, a little bit more understanding of what's going on in the World Championships? Has it made you better prepared?
Absolutely, you take a look at not only just the players but also statistics and also the strategy of how you're going to position your team along with your own preparedness, both mentally as well as physically. So experience definitely helped for sure.
Team India has an unusual selection process given the fact that many of your players live in the U.S., but you also have players in India. Can you explain how players qualify for your team to be here?
Absolutely, yeah. So we are a very young sport as far as India is concerned. We're trying to grow the sport. We've got one couple courts in India, so not a lot of players from popularity standpoint in the home countries. So this year what we ended up doing was having a dual qualifier, one in India and one in here. We took top 2 players from India and top 2 players from here in Chicago, and 4-people team basically came through for the World Championship. Our hope is to build a few more courts in India, grow the sport, and then have all the qualifiers starting next year or the year after in India. Works are in progress, and we're hoping in the next World Championship we will have the team that is completely selected out of India Open.
The Team India, I believe, the first time that you came was 2010. Is that correct?
Yes. RAI, Racquetball Association of India, was formed in 2008 or 9, and 2010 was the first official RAI Team India participation. Yeah, prior to that, there was another India Racquetball Association years ago that was led by Bharat Maru and Ravi Soni and some of the other guys, I believe. And India participated in the World Championship, but I'm not quite sure what the selection process was. But at least since 2010, we have tried to formalize it. We have essentially the organization endorsed by Ministry of India and all those good things.
Okay, so when your players come to World Championships, you get the opportunity to play the world's best. A lot of these players play on the professional tours. Most of the smaller countries, Team India being one of them, you're not going to be on the professional tour. You're working parents, you have jobs, lives, kids, all these things. So what is it like? What is the experience like when you have that opportunity to, almost test your skills against some of these world-class players?
At the end of the day, we all love the game, right? So one of the main reasons we are here is because we love racquetball. To watch some of the best players in the world is a delight. We learn from them, we watch them, make friends, and more importantly, try to make connections both from official standpoint as well as IRF to to see how we can do certain things different in terms of growing the sport in India.
So, do you get funding from India at all to support the growth of the sport, or is it just the responsibility of people like yourself?
So far, it has been only the responsibility of individual efforts, but we're working through a variety of different avenues, including the government of India, to grow the sport, build courts, and increase the popularity of the game. And our hope and desire is to actually be funded by the government at some point in time in the future.
Now, India hasn't necessarily dominated the World Championships. We see Mexico, U.S., Canada, Bolivia almost always at the top of the tree, but at the World Seniors, we see India medaling quite a lot. Do you want to talk about perhaps some of your own accomplishments, but also those of some of your teammates in this World Seniors?
Absolutely. Yeah. You're telling now you're dating me. So I've been kind of playing racquetball for close to about 25, almost 28 years, and I started to play when I was in my mid-20s, and over the years learning from the best, such as Dave Negretti, Cheryl Dodinas, Juan Herrera, even Cliff Swain, Woody Klaus, being trained by many of those in my later part of my career. I was lucky enough to participate and win a few tournaments at World Seniors in Albuquerque. That is absolutely one of my favorite tournaments, test of endurance as well as skill at the same age level. So yes, Team India has done reasonably well, I would say, both in mixed doubles, men's doubles as well as singles age-wise. It is difficult when you're working full-time parent, and have a professional job, that kind of stuff, to train for at the professional level. But I think at the age and open, we do fairly well. We have some really good 30 plus players, 35, 40, 45. I think there's some really good senior player. Our hope again is to bring some new blood, just like any other country, and I think we've got some good players coming out of India. Amita Gandhi being one of them. She's a young female athlete, and she's got the skill as well as desire to compete at the international level. So yeah, we're certainly trying to pass on the so-called wisdom, but in general, our general average age is pretty high as of right now.
Well, I think your Team India is being a little modest about your success at the World Seniors, but congratulations on those. And if you're interested, the World Seniors occur the end of August, beginning of September in Albuquerque, New Mexico every year, beginning at the age 35. So if you are interested, go to our website, internationalracquetball.com, visit our Facebook page. I personally think it's the most enjoyable tournament that I ever play in. It's great. You play people your own age who have families, kids, sore like you, tired like you, and it just equals the level playing field, as opposed to here maybe where we play players who are half our age or more.
Absolutely, yeah. And over the years, I can tell you we've had participation from over three dozen different countries, all the way from Japan, Chile, Korea to India, of course, and U.S. It's one of the best tournament for age 35 and above, and Tim, I agree with you. That's a highly recommended tournament for age 35. It's fun times and great tournament.
Well, Alok, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate your contributions here to the World Championships with India and those who represent India.
My pleasure, Tim. Thank you, and all the best to you.
That was Alok from India. Looks like we have good timing here as a match unfortunately ends on an avoidable hinder. Roland Keller, as you saw, wins this out 15-5, 15-1. Again, we talked about the power of Keller in the early part of Game 1, and he certainly used that in Game 2, but also combined it with a little bit of touch. Booker made some unforced errors some avoidable hinders, a couple of false serves, which you, as we mentioned, you just can't do at this level when you only have 1 or 2 chances to get points. So we're going to close it down here. We're going to move to a different court, hopefully give you some more excellent action from the IRF World Championships. Stay with us.